What's the deal? What's going on, everybody? So, chat, you want to hear the good news or the bad news? Bad news is that the Trump-Biden debate is happening during this stream, and I can't stream it. Otherwise, I'm going to join Don in the penalty box, and it'll be 1-1. But the good news is, I just saved 15% on car insurance by switching to Geico. No, I'm just kidding. The good news is, Pops is home. Pops is home. Oh, whoops, wrong button. Anyway, CNN said that it's going to be delayed. They didn't say that. They said no way, Jose. But well, nobody's going to be able to tell because they're not letting reporters from like other channels in. It's going to be a closed room. Who's showing debate? I'm gonna be watching it on Fox. That's where I'm gonna be watching it. Yep. So should have things should be a little easier. I should have more time here now. How do you think the Biden news will affect the market? What Biden news? What Biden news? What you talking about? Am I pulling a Joe Biden right now? Did I forget about something? I pulled the Biden. Can't remember, yo. Yeah. You know how you pull a hamstring? I pulled a Biden. And I can't fucking think. My Biden's out of place. Dislocated Biden chat. Can't fucking think right now. Where am I? Fuck. I'm gonna go walk. Yo. Shit. Damn, dislocated Biden? That's the side effects. You just be doing this. Just turn around, walk away. Yeah, Chad, don't dislocate your Biden. If you know what's good for you. All right, we're quite a bit into the session here, like over 10 minutes. First 15 is about to close. Let's mark up some ranges. Massive bullish pull today. Back in range. Small top wick, but once again, right, we keep respecting this area and then we keep pulling back. This is lovely. Lovely. What's the daily low? Jeez. So we're gonna expect a bullish pull here today. I don't see the 4 hours closed bullish. Everything's closed bullish. We haven't had a massive pullback. We just kind of found a resistance. So the tough part about this is Remember how yesterday for the daily came down, and then we spent the day here after this massive push down? The same thing. Today we had this massive push up, and we might spend time in this range, which means dump. Oh, whoops, backwards. Doop. 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 So, in my head, I imagine that's what Pong sounded like. Anyway, I can't remember. I think we'll bounce up and down this range for a little while today for this session after that massive pull. The good thing is this range is not that small, right? It's 100 pips. 21. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 23 to roughly 31 area. Let's adjust. Let's adjust. Perfect. And I'm not taking it based off this bottom wick. I'm just seeing this bottom wick rejected off this level here, from which I see a drive up from. So when we come down here, I see a bounce off this area to come up. All right. I see wicks bouncing off of here, right? Closures above here, and the market comes up, tends to drive up. So if we get, right, if we're able to establish this as a support, if we drive here and bounce off this area, I'll look for us to fill the range back up. But that's highly likely on the next. If that's to happen, we would see this hourly drive down and the next 4 hour come back up in range. So you're not going to trade there and buying Trump? I am. I'm going to trade. If we have a position, I'll trade. Yeah. See what our ranges are at. Okay. I don't mind taking a buy above that area. Since we are bullish, if we're able to find a support, bounce back up, there's a chance we fill these wicks. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is very similar to the range we've approached yesterday, just upside down. I think we're going to need to close above all of these highs. Anything below 2330, I'm just not going to be entertaining. Might be even higher here. Wow. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. If we're able to come down here and fill this range down, the range is all the way up to, let's mark it up. The only way I would take buys today is if we're able to do something like this. Hold on. The only way we're going to get buys is if we come down, either tap this area, across the board, and close respecting it. So I would like to see us come down, close respecting this area, maybe even respecting that previous closure, and have bottom wicks to roughly here, and then come back up and close above there. That's the only way I can trade buys here. So we would need to see a bearish hourly closure here, bullish hourly closure on the next candle, and maybe at 10 p.m. This is something we could look for, like this. Like this, back up. I don't think we're breaking out of this range. If we do break out of this range, okay, if that's your only other position for looking at buys, is if we start coming up right now and we are able to break all of these highs and close above there and get a bearish candle, right, creating a resistance, another resistance above there. So that would mean we would need to push up here, create resistance, but respect 23.28. Actually, it would be a different area, 23.29 here. If we can respect that, do something like this, then we will look for buys, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be one bearish red candle. It can be a few 5-minute candles that come down here, and you know, another 5-minute candle. It can attempt to fake out, and then you know, you just be aware of what you're looking for. Once this happens, you can look for more buys, right? As once you're breaking these highs, because you've hit a strong area of resistance after driving up all day, and you're in a range. So in order for you to typically continue driving, you would need to close outside that range, get a resistance if it's in your direction, right? So we'd have to form this resistance above here and drive. And unless we actually come down and grab orders. Remember what we say, whenever you form a range like this, typically the first initial breakout is not the drive. So if you're able to break these lows and then come back in range, you've just grabbed what first breakout is grabbing orders to drive, right? So if you're able to break the lows, this is your area where you've grabbed orders. Now you're going to continue up. But if you never grab those orders, anything above, right, above this area, you can still come back down in range. So that's the reason you wait for a resistance to form above here, right? Understanding that you haven't had that initial drive out of the range, and this is the initial drive out of the range here before ever coming down here. Highly likely it comes back down, unless it comes back down and fakes out and comes back up. That's the fake out, not this. Too many boxes, right? The fake out was the second drive, not the initial drive out of the range and then closure back. This wasn't the fake out. It's right here. All right. Now, if you close above and then come back in range, you know what to do. You'll probably fill the range back down. We'll look for closures, right, for price to close above here, and for price to close back down in range like this, and then we'll look for more. All right, and then there's another scenario. If we get a strong bearish closure here, I will look for a retest of roughly this area. Okay, if we can come back up with a steep top wick, actually this area is not bad here. If we can come down and grab orders at that area, we can get this closure actually in the next 5 or 15. No, the 5's not that great. I would like to see that on the 15. If we can do that on the 15 here, which would also be a 30 candle. All right, that's 30. We have a 30 close. So if we can close below here on the 30 right now, and then come up, grab these orders, and this 30 leaves a bottom wick, we'll be in a position. So let's pay attention. There's highly likely we could come down and retest the bottom of this range based on the fact that it would need orders to come up. And if we're going to come down, retest this area, can we get positions to there? So let's be patient. 6 minutes. Capiche? I don't know, I just, like, there's so many ways this range can go. And I feel compelled to change our levels. Jeez, 1 range, 2 range. Missed the extent, right? Come on. This could get interesting too. You could say on the smaller time frame, right? You're creating your motion, the head and shoulders pattern here. Easy for you guys to recognize, right? So you got a support, closure below, strong support, higher time frame support here. Taps it, bounces off back in range, right? If this had a bottom wick here, that candle, this would have been your zucchini, but it didn't. It continued up. And now you're retesting this area. If you're able to form a support here, right? If you're able to close bullish here, maybe on the next 5, next 15 at least, because this would be 30 bearish, right? Or maybe the next 30, then it would close the 4-hour week bullish, and then you can just look for a bottom wick. Areas, right? You get that. You're retesting the highs, and probably if we're able to get some entries roughly at this area, I think we would close full at the highest here. Not no runners, nothing like that. But then again, we have a debate tonight, so I don't know. Maybe some wild shit happens and we'll have a runner. I don't know. Let's wait. We gotta wait 3 more minutes for this 30 to close, and we want to see what it respects, what it doesn't. Let's be patient. We're gonna have positions probably on the Biden flip. So let's really pay attention as he's walking out on stage. Baby, come down, come down. What time's the debate? Whenever Biden wakes up. Whenever he's done drinking his milk. I don't know. When he's done with the yogurt and the dentures are in, they can walk out. Saw he refused the drug test, huh? He ain't refused the drugs, though. Alright, so it closed. See if we found a little bit of support, or the initial indication that we might find some support in this area, right? As the 30 closed respecting for now. For now, it can still break, right? So we just said. So if you get the bullish closure here in this area, so this is likelier to continue down because of that strong bearish 30 closure, but it's still closed at a support, so we can't disregard that, although it's minor. But if it's able to hold it, it'll turn into a stronger support. It's our first indication that this is a stronger area, and then you're looking for bottom wicks and a continued drive up. Yeah, Hitler was wild. He was on a lot of drugs. He was on a lot of drugs. He wasn't in his right mind. In his book, I think he wrote that he used to have orgasms while giving a speech. Shit. In Mein Kampf. What was he on? It was almost 100 years ago, so like they didn't have the medication we have today. Like they used to have a doctor follow him around, just come up with his own shit. Just a mix of meds. What was he on so you could avoid it, right? Let's all avoid whatever Hitler was on. Mein Kampf. Yes, yes, that's the book. Damn. Wix, how high is your leverage? Super high. Super duper. No, I'm just kidding. It's low. Low leverage. I don't use up my leverage. I never need to. I'm nowhere close to my leverage. To my margin. Damn, this shit. Got a nut. Damn, bit me some. How high is that? Crazy for that. Do you and Don trade similarly because you learned off each other? Yeah. I mean, we spent some time in a cell together. No, I mean, we traded together for half a decade. It sounds crazy, half a decade, but it's true. We traded together for half a decade. Yeah, I guess you could say that. That would be a correct statement. Oh, what is the next debate? 7-Eleven? Damn, they're gonna have this next debate on 7-Eleven. They should host that at 7-Eleven. That's wild. All right, coming down here. Coming down. Are we coming down as a drive or as a bottom wick to come back up? We shall see. Free Slurpees? Hell yeah. Monica Lewinsky standing right by the vending machine giving out Lewinsky's. Free Lewinsky's. I'm sorry, gang. None of you know who Lewinsky is. There's like only 2% of you probably know who that is. I was gonna say something. Too young. Yeah, they be giving out Lewinsky's at the office. The basketball player? Oh, she plays with balls, all right. How you not gonna watch the Orange Jesus debate? I'm watching him. Papa Trump's in full control tonight. I'm ready for it. Word, the original Hawk Tua. I never had sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. That was funny. Yo, when is this debate starting? Before we get a trade or after? Yo, let's go. It's America time. Let's get the flag up in here. Let's go. America. Red, white, and blue, baby. That Clinton Kush, true. But when there's a fake out trade, you take it, it fakes out the fake out, or should we go for the counter trade? You can, depending on the time frames lining up. So be careful here, because it can reject and this candle might close bullish. And that's what we would be looking for eventually to come back up. It can. Like if it was to do it, this would be a good area to do it at. But if not, and it'll start closing bearish and below here, then we'll wait for the hourly. We'll wait to see if it's going to come back up in range or finish out the range to 2320. I think this range is even steeper than this. Stock market at an all-time high under Biden. Yeah, but so is inflation. So is the interest rates. So is gas prices. Like, the fuck? I feel that shit. So are the taxes. Yeah, bring back mean tweets. Bring back the Orange Man. I need Orange Man Part 2. Orange Man Hawk Tour. Dementia's all-time high. True. The risk of nuclear war is an all-time high. I want to live. Bring back Orange Man. Interesting. Interesting. With the tangerine back in office. Word, you'd rather have a fruit than a fucking vegetable in there. It's very true. Put the tangerine back. You're in Australia but still interested. Hell yeah, that shit is entertaining. Never has, like, politics been this interesting. When I was growing up, nobody gave a shit about who was president, and like nobody even voted. Like 15% of the population. I mean, people voted, but like I'm talking about like the younger generation. Nobody ever gave a shit. It was always like the 50 and better, right? You got to say 50 and better now. You can't say 50 and older because you're gonna have a fucking, you know, front door full of 50-year-olds, 50 and olders trying to. So we say 50 and better. Okay, chat. Let's not be offensive to the age challenged. 50 and better. True. But like before, it was all of them. Now, like you got kids coming out of high school, like, you know, talking about why can't we just discuss the political economic state of the world right now? The fuck? No, bro, go play some Barbies. Right? Is that what they do now in high school? Biden declined drug tests before debate. Yeah, because he needs all his blood. They got to draw blood for that shit, right? And for him, they're probably gonna have to poke him around, right? Find a vein, because like, let's be honest, that boy got no veins left, and it would probably take out. They draw some blood, which would probably make him dizzy for the next week and a half. They can't have that shit right before a debate. Plus, they got to keep him up on something, right? They got to give him, like, think about it. Like, people with, like, Alzheimer's and dementia, and trust me, like, I've been around my grandparents enough to know when, like, you can start seeing the early signs of, like, onset dementia or, like, you know, Alzheimer's. Just the onsetting signs, and just enjoy that blank stare, that, like, glossy, you know, blank eye stare. The confusion, the balance issue, it's just altogether, and the fact that he hasn't done like a press conference in like half a year when Trump used to do one every day, and you never see him like early in the morning. He's like, right, you always see him midday, and you'll never see him later at night, because that, like, those patients, they function well like middle daylight, and then once it's darker or if it's really early in the morning, they need their sleep, and if it's once it start getting darker, they get confused. So obviously they got to use something to prop him up, because it's getting dark. So he was probably, I don't know, sleeping till like 5 p.m. His son the plug, true. Biden and Trump are only 3 years apart in age. Age is just a state of mind, right? It's not really about the number, right? It's really how you feel. Like trust me, a Trump at 80 and a Biden at 80 is two completely different 80-year-olds. It's completely different level of cognition and or cognizance or just control over self and thought and speech and motion. It's just completely two different individuals. And the energy levels, like Biden can't travel 2 places in a week. Trump's in like 15 places a day. Speeches, I think he gave a campaign speech today before this. Like, it's crazy. There's 10 minutes till the debate. We're gonna stand here for the national anthem, probably, and Pledge of Allegiance. Or if none of that happens, we're just gonna listen in on like the first few minutes, few seconds. 9 minutes before the debate starts. Nine minutes for this 4-hour closure. If it closes like this, it's a strong closure. Biden was allowed to be president, Bunny not president, just a dummy, basically. I think a lot of it was just personal vendetta against Trump, and people just didn't like Trump, and now they see what they got. Right? Oh, whoops. Sorry. Should add debate to the title? Nah. I don't want people to come here to watch debate. I want people to come in here to trade while we watch the debate. You don't have any Trump on your soundboard? I did.
What a stupid question that is.
I guess I actually do. Six minutes. 6 minutes, Slim Shady, you're on. 5 minutes till this 4-hour closure. Will it just drive straight through now, or will it come down and pull back up to leave a bottom wick for us? Is it risk to take a trade? Yes, it's always risk to take trades. They don't got the meats no more. What's up, man? Wow. What do you have to do that?
If the pet gives you a present, there's a fruit inside, and then you click on it, you get a pet.
Wow, that's incredible. Enjoy. You like it? You like your present? Awesome. Close my door, please. It's useful.
When I grow up, it maybe makes me learn how to clean pets.
How to take care of pets? Okay. All right. Well,
Like in here, you have to clean up the food.
you have to clean up after your pet and feed it too. Awesome. Okay. All right. A snail and a bunny. All right. That sounds really cool. Learn to clean up after your pet, and we might get you a dog. They never close my office door. I, on the other hand, living with 4 females, always put the toilet seat down. They never close my office door. How young is you? 38. You got 4 girlfriends? No, I have 3 daughters and a wife. And a super wife. The $3 and a super wife. Baby, get your cape. Fix auto hydraulic. That would be a good idea. Yeah, that would be called the Wix fix. The Wix fix. Damn, no bottom wick on that 4-hour. You ugly. You ugly. Can we get a bottom wick here? Wait, this is daily close. Where can we bounce off of? Hold on, can we? $23.19.2. Maybe this area. Oh, that moved way too quick. That moved way too quick. Fuck. Oh. That was a good 10 pips, huh? 11. All right. So now that it has this little tiny top wick, if we can come down and tap this area and come back up and re-break highs, I'll look for positions. Otherwise, this might close back up in range. Yeah. This was a good position. Just I was really just about to say we're gonna have buy stops here on the flip. Yeah, now we wait. Buy stops are missed. You would hold off on a dog? No, there's 3 of them. They need something to take care of so they can stop like hassling me. And it's weird, like my terminal is a good few seconds faster than this. Interesting. Created a bottom wick. Created a top wick. And if there was range here, we're looking at the re-break of the lows, but there's no range here. You're right at a support from this area. Now we wait for either closure back up above range or closure at support here. Now we must wait. Strong 4-hour closure, right? But really no bottom wick. So you need one to be created here on the next candle in order for you to then be able to trade it. And now this candle's created it. But this candle already has a top wick and a bottom wick. Like it needs to re-break those areas. So I wait more. Oh shit, the debate started. Hold on, chat. Chat. Check this shit out. Check out Trump's reaction every time Biden speaks. Damn, re-breaking the lows of that. No. The best part of the debate is literally Trump's reactions. Trump's reactions make the whole thing. Trump's just sitting there like, damn, you gonna plummet back down? What are we missing here? Ugly. I don't have positions here. I'm gonna need a candle to close with some kind of a bottom wick, which means we need it to drive down. Create a bottom wick. Other than that, we're kind of forced to wait. So the fact that we've reflipped bearish and now drove down is a good thing. Now if we can drive further and then pull back, would be a great thing. Clean range here. But the previous candle literally sucks. Got 20 pips, congrats. I caught nothing. I've had 0 pips the entire week on Asian session. All my pips, I've had a trade every single day in the New York session. What up, Javier? Back in town? Almost? China. China. He's so funny. You gonna play the debate? It's on CNN and Fox and ABC and NBC. I think it's on every channel. I'm not gonna play it here. That ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. How will this 5 close? Re-break out of lows, huh? Huh. 15 closing here in 2.5 minutes. Biden was pre-gaming, pre-debating. Biden was hitting that pipe. Raspy ass voice. He beat medicated death. 9 seconds. Don't do it. Don't you do it now. Fuck. It's doing it. We got a minute to go in this 15. And it's doing it. Re-breaking the lows. Did it? No, it hasn't. I hate the fact that like both of these moderators talk so much shit about Trump on CNN, literally just like straightforward, not even like beating around the bush. And then they sit there like, Mr. Trump. Meanwhile, they go back to you know, to their own channels and they're like, he should go to jail. Damn. 15 closed. Still respecting this level. Re-breaking the lows, huh? I don't know. Thing is, it's a long 4 hour, so it should still eventually come up, but after tapping a support, right, it should come up to this area. But I really want a top wick. I want to sell off of 23.24. I don't want to push here now. Reflip. India Bank holiday, thank you. You're welcome. Four hour no bottom wick, yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want this 4 hour to flip bullish, which it's about to do, almost. It's not that I don't want to, it's just I don't want to be in a position if that's what the fuck it feels like doing. Like, get those feelings at another time. Trump knows he's not talking to a healthy individual. He knows the dude, so he's just like, all right, whatever, just bro, stop talking, hurry up. Let me just tell him what it really is. It's like you gotta hear the patient out, right? You're in the hospital, the patient starts talking, you gotta hear the patient out. You can't just be like, all right, you gotta hear him out. So that's what he's doing. He's hearing the patient out. He's like, all right, let's just let him talk, but like ignore what he says. It doesn't matter. He's not in his right mind. Look, he looks so confused looking at Trump. He's so confused. All right, well, we're enjoying the debate. 4 hour reflip bullish. Whee! It's a lot of volume. This shit could flip bearish. Oh, yo, what's going on? Are they saying some shit that's doing this? What is he rambling about? Damn, abortion moved the markets today. It's them abortion discussions. There's a 2-minute delay. We wouldn't know at the moment. Actually, nobody would know. So the market's reacting to what we're seeing because there's nobody in that room for CNN. There's no reporters. There's nobody from any other news station. There's nobody there. It's an empty room with two people and the crew. Nobody knows. So when they say it on live TV, that's when everybody gets it. That's live. Not. Yo, that is a wild 15-minute candle. Damn, how much time we got in the 15-minute? I know we got to flip the tape, but I'm looking to have sells on the break of this 15 low right now. That's what I'm looking at. That would re-break the 4-hour low after creating that high. Yeah, I'm gonna set a sell stop here on the re-break of the low of the candle. If it's able to do that on this 15-minute. Remember, you don't have to account for spread on the break of the lows on a sell stop because it gets activated market price. How much range do we have? 25 pips to the bottom of the range. It will be short-lived. But my sell stop is right here. Huh. Because what do we do here, right? Look at this area right here overall. It'll mirror, it tends to mirror what it's done backwards, right? So it's done this area, it's just tapped with that top wick, and then you have this drive down, right? To still mirror. Will it do it? Possibly, but we need it to happen this 15-minute candle. Otherwise, it's a 15 bullish closure, and then a chance any rebreak of the lows could be just the bottom wick to ride up. Did you get a position? No, we have a sell stop that's active probably for the next 6 minutes. Yeah, Biden's been there. He's been watching it for over 50 years. He's done, like, you think this isn't Biden's first debate. Biden's been in like 50 debates. In Congress, the Senate, everywhere, the House. Like, he's been in a lot of debates. Presidential debates, you know, vice president. I was going to say assistant president. Like, he's been in a lot of debates. He's been for half a century. I thought knowing Don for half a decade is long. He's been in this for half a century. It's crazy. He's been in there since like the civil rights movement. He was there since like Martin Luther King days. That's crazy. Every single thing he said is a lot. Shit crazy. Excuse me. What are we doing? 30. Oh, he's going after his son. I feel like he gets so mad, his dentures are about to fall out, and then it gets kind of awkward. Because you can't laugh at that, but like, how can you not laugh at that? Chat, we're gonna close these sell stops. Alright, deleting them. Close the sell stops. Delete the sell stops here. The 15 just closed bullish. 4 hours. Well, 4 hour doesn't have a bottom wick. We did get a bottom wick now that we can fill, but now we need to come up and create a top wick. Right? The issue is this. You see this 15? It's making a bottom wick first now that it began. Yeah, it can break the lows and drive, but then why did it just close bullish, right? So it can also be the bottom wick to come up. Since we didn't come up, if we were, like I said, if we were able to come up and create a top wick and then we break the lows on this candle, great. But we're gonna wait for that top wick to form. Since it didn't, and the first thing we're doing is coming down, yeah, 30 might break the lows, hourly might re-break the lows, but on the smaller time frame, we've got our initial indications that, hey, there's a minor support here. So if you want to break it, you probably want to grab some orders, top wicks before the drive down. The hourly looks lovely though, right? For a rebreak of the lows. I just can't trust it based on the smaller time frame here. Thing is, it's already tapped these highs over here, right? Yeah, that looks interesting. And a rebreak on a 4 hour lows. think Biden should have stepped out of office and let Miss Harris. Bro, no, let Biden chill there. Stop. Trying to cause the end of the world. Oh, this is interesting. Biden's not wrong in what he's saying, but Trump is right in the fact that he's going to have a solution, not Biden. Biden don't have a solution. Biden's identified the issue, so is Trump. Lower that. Yeah, chat, drop a like, sub to the channel, turn on notifications so you know when we're on. It's been a slow week. We've like our sessions have been just these ranges all week. So not much we can do, but make sure you're here. So if you're here for the ranges sessions, make sure you're here for the volume sessions as well. Oh, and go follow the IG. Go follow the Instagram. Somebody check the Discord link. Is the Discord link working? It expired? Alright. I gotta redo it. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you're already in it, the link works. So, are we re-breaking the lows here to drive? Or what are we doing? Drop here. We have no top wicks on these candles. That's what drives me crazy. But we have to finish the range on the higher time frame, right? We just don't have an advantage point where our entry would be mid candle. It's kind of tough, kind of tough. Looks like it's making a support. It looks like that, but I think it's going to come down here based on the higher time frame, which is what I'm really looking at. So 5 closes in 30 seconds, right? And it's closing below the most recent. There's a strong chance the next 5 just dips with no top wick. Yeah, it's re-breaking the lows. It's closing here. I'm gonna take a sell right here on the rebreak out of lows. You got that 5 closing below. I think we should fill the range on the higher time frame. Oops, wrong one. Just took a sell on the rebreak of the lows. So I'm going to look for this 4-hour to come down and create a steeper bottom wick and finish out the range. We might pull up a bit, but I don't think we should drive up. We might pull up for a top wick, but I'm looking to finish out the range here. Okay. This is strange. It rebroke on my broker. It rebroke all the lows. It drove a good 3-4 pips past all the lows. So that's kind of strange. All right, I'm looking for us to finish this range out to 23.17. Your advantage point is roughly 23.17.7. 23.18. The tough part, like I said, this isn't the flip. This would sort of be a mid candle on the higher time frame. All right. Five-minute no bottom wick. I know, but I'm looking really. This is based off the 4-hour rebreak of the lows. I'm really looking at the 4-hour here. I'm looking at the way price moved when we came here on the hourly previously, same levels. This area on the 15. Pull back up and a drive down. So this area, pull back up and a drive down. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking for price to mirror that with volume and direction on the 4-hour and the rebreak of that low. That's what I was looking for that initial drive to the bottom of the range. Okay. stops. My stops are rebreaks at a highs here, which I would only expect after we've tapped these levels here. So if we ride up right now, I'm not really closing it. We can re-break the 4-hour high, right? That's a possibility. But we would have to have a 4-hour closure above there for me to start really managing risk. It's an ugly rejection. Really? Re-break the 4-hour lows to come back up? I don't believe it. I mean, if that's the case, it's the case. You had a support on the entry price. And you might have this area on the entry price, but we closed below it on the 5. So, I mean, there's just... I'm expecting, like, even the 4-hour, right? It came up and made that top wick. It made a bottom wick first and then created that top wick. Well, it created top wick, made a bottom wick, and then rebroke the high. Just to re-break the low. And typically when that happens, you'd fill the range. And if we look historically off the 4-hour, that's what it's done historically. It's filled the range, right? It's filled the range here. It's filled the range here. On every drive down, it's filled the range. So that's what I'm expecting on the 4-hour. $15 closed bearish, but it closed bearish above the most recent support, right? So you wanted below the most recent support. That's the tough part here on the 15. Looks like it's going to re-break a high. You didn't open up with a top wick. No top wick on this 15, on this 30, I mean. It's previously filled this entire range every time it's gone through here. Even with the wicks here, it's filled the whole range. So I'm surprised after a re-break out of lows. I'm honestly, I wasn't expecting any drawdown here. I'm expecting a re-break out of lows to just a straight drive down. Said this man is a criminal. I didn't know. Yeah, I'm just looking back every single time it finishes out the range. Yeah, there's a minor level here, but it finishes out the range every single time. And the level's not even at this area. Like, we rebroke all the levels. And honestly, the entry, this is where our initial sell stop was. We came up and we tapped the highs we wanted to, and that's where the rebreak of the lows was. That's where our initial sell stop was. It was just market execution at that point. So let's be patient. Let's wait. You should look for moves on lower time frames. We do. We make sure the time frames align. But I look for ranges on the higher time frame. I look for confluences on the smaller time frame for entries to get a better entry, and I look for ranges on the higher time frame. The issue is the smaller time frames didn't give an entry, only the higher one did. The smaller time frames were just in line with it, but not really an entry off the small time frame. This is really based on the rebreak of the 4-hour low. That's it. Rebreak of the hourly and the 4-hour low. And the only time that lines up is in the first hour of the 4-hour candle. Can we re-break the lows again? Previous 30 already. Yeah, the 30 has the top wick here. Like, we've grabbed the orders at the area we wanted. Like, we wanted, once the 15 started coming down here, we wanted to come back to that area, right? And that's where exactly where it came back. So after that, you'd expect the mirror back down to 23.17 flat. Biden on, I don't know. Biden's staring with this blank stare, which gets crazy. Gotta wait. Biden's son, convicted felon, not just a drug addict. It's really, honestly, it's more about like Trump than Biden. I think just people, it's either people are going to vote either they like Trump or they don't. They're not going to care for policy, sadly, I think. Coming up here on the 5, right? Yeah, you'd expect this to come up to the top of the range once this flips. I gotta see the hourly closure though. And the trade's taken off the 4 hours, so. It sucks. We spent the entire hour forming that top wick and coming down, re-breaking the lows. Imagine electing a president whose son's a felon meth head. Just like, it's crazy how The Simpsons has predicted a whole bunch of shit. I don't know about no South Park episode, but Oh, I didn't even get a chance to let you in, Tino. My bad. I was about to let you in. Just clicking the button. I don't want a bullish closure on the hourly. That's what I don't want. Five minutes here. 5 minutes for the hourly. Magrano's a Grand Elite Master Mason. What the hell is that? Magroner. Use TradeZilla? No. I do not use TradeZilla. Ugliest fog closure ever. Three minutes for the hourly. What do I use? I don't journal my trades anymore. When I did, I'd write them out on a sheet on a notebook, but I don't journal my trades anymore. Just I go over them when I take losses, like confusing losses. I'll go over them right after the trade, after the stream. Once the stream is over, I'll go over that stuff. These 2 minutes are going to be the most volume 2 minutes of our entire evening. Next 2 minutes. It's making green in 30 minutes. Okay. It's not what Biden cares about. I think it's like how he was coached, what he was coached in. when you have a confusing trade, what you look for in your journals. It's not when I have a confusing trade. It's like when a trade really is unexpectedly not even it just doesn't print the way I wanted it to. I'll try, or the way I needed it to. Once we're done, I'll go to replay mode and I'll clear out all my levels and I'll redo everything with a clear head just to see how I would have approached it, right? You know, had I been completely objective and out the position. Okay, so we have a most recent range here. So closing bearish on the hourly, and we're closing with a bottom wick. So I would expect this to come down once again. Maybe after we grab a top wick, the expectation is still to come down and fill the range. And we close below this most recent area right here. Right, in these situations, the expectation, like 90% of the time, fill the range down, right? So if the range never gets filled, that's when I go back and I'm like, all right, let's see what could be the reasons, what could have been the tells that it wasn't gonna get filled. But everything held, like all the time frames closed bearish, and all the higher time frames reflipped bearish and rebroke the lows and left the wick, bottom wick. We're opening with a top wick. Didn't grab a bottom wick for orders yet, right? So right, you expect the hourly to flip here and come down and re-break the lows. Can we have pineapples? I'm not thinking of pineapples. We haven't set up for pineapples. So I'm thinking we're still in our original position to fill the range down. The candle had a chance to come back up, close bullish on the hourly, right? It had that chance. Huh? And it tapped this area on the dot. Yeah, I'm gonna, once this re-breaks, I think I'm gonna add a position. Low here. Close below this. So as we break the lows here, I'm gonna add a sell stop on the re-break of the hourly candle. So I have a sell stop right here. It's done everything we wanted. It's tapped this area across the board here for a top wick. Right? That's the perfect area to tap if you're going to reject and continue to drive down, because the range is here. That's top of the range, right? The range happens here. Okay, chat, I'm activated on the sell stops here on the second position. And done right here. So I have two positions, or I have multiple positions running here. It was the top wick we wanted. The hourly's closed bearish. The previous hourly's got a bottom wick. It's done everything we wanted, so we're looking for this to fill the range down. Created an amazing bottom wick on the previous hourly candle. Perfect top wick here off this resistance, and a re-break at a low, right? Not just a flip, a re-break at a low. It was a bit lower. Did everything I wanted it to. Get rid of those white lines, and this is what I'm looking at. Now we wait. Now we wait for the candles come up or come down. A bit of a late entry today, right? As it's 10 p.m. But like we've had volume that's shown up later lately. So clean entries. I mean, there's nothing. Yeah, there's everything is exactly like we want it, like we usually want it. Yeah, the major levels are 24 and 17. We've closed below the range on every time frame. On here we closed below, and on even on the older area, closed below on the 30. Closed below everywhere. Five ended up respecting two, closed below. We selling? Oh, I'm in positions already. I'm already in position. Shit's going nowhere, or it's gonna have to go somewhere. I understand it's going nowhere, but it's gonna have to go somewhere. Yeah, the top wick. That was a perfect top wick here to this area too. Sell stop too high. Well, if I bring it lower, it'll have to be a different position. My sell stop was at a fine place and got activated after it met all of the requirements of us getting in. Maybe the market likes manipulation. Maybe it does. Or maybe we need to stop looking for excuses and just let our position play out. We know what's going to happen when it's over. It's going to be a win, loss, or break even. That's it. Just have to wait, be patient, and let it work out. Let it be managed according to the plan. Let the plan manage it. Don't manage it yourself. Let the plan manage it. Give me 1 second, gang. I'll be right back. It says it's pulling up here. So we're waiting on the hourly to make a top wick. The first 15 of the hourly is about to, of this hourly candle is about to close. It's closing bullish. It's at this little weird support, but on the higher time frame, we were expecting the break of the lows to finish the range, and we have the bottom wicks on the previous candle. We have a top wick on this one. All we're looking is a rebreak of the lows. That's all we're looking for. Yeah, hold on, chat. Give me a sec. What's he going to do? Well, I'm going to go take a few pulls of my Cryptochronic while we wait. I need my lighter. You guys can come with me. Meet me by the pool. Damn. That's strong. Excuse me. What's that sound? That's me coughing.
The smoke got me. I got bronchitis.
light coughing sound I make. Debate's on? Yes, it's on. Trees men. Okay, trees men. The new French backfield. Treesman and Griezmann. Is gonna ride up here, but we haven't grabbed orders on the one. We haven't. We need to come down. We need to come down to grab orders. And the 4 hours already come up. We've had a bottom wick created. The 4 hours come up, created a top wick, rebroke the lows. The hourly's closed bearish, bottom wick. This hourly created a top wick, rebroke the lows. We're below the most recent level here. Yeah, we should come down. We're below the most recent over here and over here, where the range just gets filled. Okay. So that's why you might see the play here. The initial pullback. I'm looking back in the past where we didn't fill the range, and price fills the entire range every single time through. It fills the range both directions. Trade every session similarly. I use the same rules, but I approach New York and Asian differently. Understand, because New York already has created a lot of the times through Asian and London. By the time New York rolls around, New York has created already, or not created wicks, but it's already tapped strong areas, right? By the time New York comes around, and it's typically driving off of them by that time, or it's approaching them, where the daily has yet to form here on the Asian. This is ugly. We didn't grab any orders. We didn't close at a support. We didn't do anything. Just coming up. Muted? No, I'm not muted. And besides that, like, you also have to understand the catalysts that are involved. New York session versus the Asian session, right? Jesus. What time is this? It's at 9 p.m. Wow. Found this little range here. They're arguing about their golf handicap. That's wild. Yeah, I wanted to watch the debate, but no. We stuck here in some drawdown. June been kind of rough. Yeah, I was on a losing streak first week of June. I took 3 straight losses, and I had losses on 5 straight days. Not 5 straight losses, but losses on 5 straight days. So I had wins and losses and wins and losses, but I had losses on 5 straight days. Typically, that's very rare for me. Very rare. We've gone 30 in a row, 31 in a row. We've gone 17 in a row, 15 in a row. Like, we've had pretty good winning streaks. Like, losses are far and few between. But I will say that it's this time last year. I also struggled summertime last year. Not struggled, but it was my only negative month last year was like -2 pips on August, I think. This year, it's also this time, like, the time between quarter 2, quarter 3, like, slowed down, and then it took off again at the end of the year. Q4 was really good for us. That's hard to manage 5 days in a row. Yeah, especially, like, when it's not, like, when you're not used to, when you're, like, grown out, like, you're not grown out of it, but, like, haven't experienced something for a while, it's like, really? It was my worst month since October 2020. Not month, my worst span. My worst 2-week span. But we've been on a winning streak since then. Imagine this is the next few hours here. This. I don't think so. Shouldn't be. Excuse me. Damn. That's harsh. I heard that. 30 closed bullish, so the first 30 of this candle is printed bullish. I'd imagine this 30 has to make a top wick, which would make sense to re-break the highs to 24 areas. But if we're to come down on this hourly, you'd want that to close below. Or if we're to come down, you'd want this hourly to close below 23.24. Oh, the debate's over? Oh, almost over. You'd expect this 30 to make a bottom wick as well, right? Because you've had massive bearish momentum here. You'd expect the 30 to make a bottom wick. You'd expect the hourly to make a bottom wick. You don't really have that. The hourly's got a minor one, barely, but the 30 doesn't have one at all. It's been a couple of weeks since that last loss, though. Where do you take your trade? What do you mean? Here, live. What are you? Empty 5. Pineapples? No, not here, not yet. Hasn't set up for pineapples yet. I would need to see a resistance. We'd need to tap 23.24 and start flipping bearish. Start closing bearish. Because right now, right? Because even if we don't, yeah, we should retest the lows. But if we don't, right? If we don't form bottom wicks and close above here, above 23.24, you're waiting for a fake out down, but the 4 hours flipped at that point. You're basically waiting on the 4 hour close. And that 4 hour can, you know, just right up. Fox News post game. Post debate, not post game. They wrote post game coverage. Post debate coverage. Buy instead to buy. That 5 closed with no top wick. Ghost literally a pussy. I mean, we did everything that our plan requires. Don't get emotional. Just mic too close to your mouth. Good. No top wicks typically means no range to go up. But that's only, it's a small time frame, right? That was only a 5. So you could still pull back on a 5, but get a closure on a 15 or with a top wick, right? You want these flips to come bearish. It's a daily bottom wick. So we're tapping this area. You're looking at the hourly closure here. This might push. And a possible rebreak of the 4-hour high. Bounced off of support. Not like it hasn't filled the range. The idea is for it to actually fill the range and grab orders for it to drive now. But the daily was so bullish because look at the daily coming up from here, right? That maybe the 4-hour rebreak of the highs is all it needs. But we'll see. We need closures. 22 minutes left. Remember, in that 22 minutes, it can flip and drive up another 200. But my stops are above these highs. They're not really stops. I'll just close manually. It should be here. And this is something we take all the time. Literally, a position we take all the time. I don't have pineapples here because we don't have a closure on the higher time frame. We only have a 5 closure here, but the 15, the 30 still open, coming up, right? I'd want to see some bearish flips on those candles. 25 closed there here. Nope. Yep. Closed doji. It's still above. If this flips, this will flip back into range. Or we've got to wait for the higher time frame to start printing something bearish. It's only 25 pip range, huh? Hundred pip push down. The market doesn't really work like that. Wish it did. Tough 15. But we still wait. Didn't make a top wick. First thing it's doing, making a bottom wick. The only way we could take this as a wick entry up here is if this previous candle, if the previous 30 closed with no top wick, then once it comes up, you can have an entry here expecting a flip back, understanding that there was no range, but this shows range up, right? So you can't take that wick entry, or it gets a little difficult taking that wick entry. Should technically the 15, if the 15 should flip bullish here, we might see a closure above, so we wait. Gonna reach the top of the range here, right? You might see a retest of the overall highs here before the eventual come down. That might be what's happening. But at that point, like if we're gonna retap these highs up here, right? You'd rather wait for that resistance to form, and then you can, if you want, you can stack up here to get your, you know, if you're into revenge trading. I probably won't, but I'll have my regular positions. But if we find resistance up here, I'll probably look to retake positions down. Right, and save myself the trouble of all this. But for now, we need a closure above there to confirm that. It's the first time we've entered this range and haven't filled it. Every single time it's in this range, it fills the whole thing. And it typically does it on the first try. Like, look at these attempts. If the candle closes above, well, it depends how close, depends how the next one opens. Wicks, no wicks. Up or down first. Got bullish volume, right? But still wait. Hourly closes in 7 minutes. If it closes with no top wick, we might start looking for pineapples, but if it closes above 23.9 here, or 23.24 flat, it's got a top wick and the next candle creates a bottom wick, we'll be out on the rebreakout of highs. Ugly 1 hour candle, like what the fuck? Not up, not down, just straight up. Is that Hugh Green from TTE? Yeah, that's the same green. Some people are underemployed, some people are unemployed. He's triple employed. Quadruple employed. The official YouTube stream moderator. Have we already grabbed the daily bottom wick? I would say the daily bottom wick would have had to be lower, but we might have. Yeah, like this is a good area, right, to just tip with a wick on the higher timer. But if you look historically, we filled the range every time. And now we had closures, we had wicks to fill, we had top wicks, we had flips, rebreaks of the low, just to right on the spot where we entered to reject. It just, I don't know. Everything makes sense, and it still makes sense now, right? While you're maintaining price below 23.24, but you have 3.5 minutes for this hourly to close. What do you think of a daily no top wick? I think at some point we need to create one. At some point, the daily should drive. Any advice to help with overtrade and being more patient? Yeah, drop your risk first of all, lower your lots, and be more patient. Try to go on a winning streak. Look to go on a winning streak. Be more patient. One minute, less than a minute here. Close below. If we can come up with a top wick to around 23, 27 areas and flip bearish, would be interesting. And again, the level. See, that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see this bottom wick first. You don't want to see this price come down first. It's going to have to come up and make a top wick, and if it grabs, the more orders it grabs, the steeper the top wick going to drive. There's the flip. Do you trade the 15-second time frame? No. That's crazy. 15 seconds is wild. The 1 minute is wild. 15 seconds is crazy. Give me a second, chat. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Chat. I took pineapples. I'm sorry, you didn't hear me. I'm sorry. I'm reasoning my pineapples out. Telling you why I took them. The rebreak of the 5 closed bearish there, and the rebreak of the 5 low after those top wicks. First body. And I'm looking to tap 2321.3 at the very least, because that's where the bottom wicks have come down to previously. So that's what I would like to see. We could still rebreak the highs, close above here, so it would be a low risk position, right? Once we close above there, we will look to manage risk. But I'm looking for the bottom wicks 2321.3. Yeah, we might not get it. Twenty-three, 21.3 for a bottom wick at the very least. That would put us 18. Okay. So that would put us roughly 10 pips in profit combined. Damn, that's tough. It's a little tough. That's a little tough. It's a good 5 close. The 5 closed bearish, right? You're looking for a top wick and to come down. Gorilla Glue got me seeing the future. Alright, retap the high. Can the 5 flip bearish now? Where we start getting closures above the range? What will it be? Looks like a lot of bullish momentum. At the door. Oh, sorry, I didn't see. I didn't see. Not even looking at the zoom here. Minutes for this 15. 23.27. No, I wanted it to close below 23.24 flat. But there's 2 minutes to go here, right? So it doesn't look like it's respecting it. Looks like you might get a closure above. If you get a closure above, if you get wicks back in range and they flip bullish, then we'll close. Or if we get a wick here and a re-break at a highs, then we'll look to close. But it just depends how this prints here. Yeah, I was about 6 pips from break even. $90 seconds here for this 15. That 15 closed below as well. You know those ones when you go to, okay, Joey. Oh man. Trickle up is real, huh? At least you coming back kind of refreshed. Oh man. What's your idea for the sell? Well, right now, there's no more idea for the sell. Right now, I'm looking for pineapples if we are maintain price below here, right? Like we have for the last three candles, which was the reason for pineapple. But if we are able actually to close above here, then it'll be manager's time. Yeah, so you have a like a not even a gladiator candle, still respecting that level, right? Wix, you are a great trader, and trading breakouts is a really good strategy. But on this trade, you should have kept in mind it's the last day on the monthly and 6-month candle. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I was respecting the advice until bro said 6-month candle. Oh, he's technically not wrong that it's the 6-month candle. But I think Sunday is really the last day for us. Monday, well, technically, yeah, that's the Asian Monday. So it's the last Asian candle of the month. Or it's the last, right? Last Asian candle. The last candle for Asian session for the month. It's the 27th, right? So we have 28th, 29th. There's 30 days in June. So the 30th we trade, but technically that 30th is the Asian Monday, which is the 1st. Are those 31 losses 100 pip stops? No. There's like a good 10 of those are less than 10 pips. Or like around 10 pips. And then there's like 20, 24, there's like 4 or 5 that are 100 pip stops for sure. You can go for some Asian food. I actually had Chinese food today. I had we had sesame chicken, we had chicken and broccoli, and we had lo mein. We had some lo mein. Perfect choices. Yeah, I mean it was pretty good food. My kids love lo mein. I have 5 closed, right? Yeah, 5 closed back in range. Well, we never broke out of the range. Can you explain the pineapple? How is it still valuable? We're re-breaking the lows and we held resistance, right? So that makes it valid. It's the most profit the pineapple has seen. Just gonna stream. I don't know. 140 pips, 160 pips, something like that. 120 pips. The rebreak of the low of the previous 15 is also key here because that would indicate us creating a lower low. On the smaller time frame. We want to break that previous 15 wick. Opening 5 positions, user crazy. 30 seconds for this 15. Since I started signals, do you feel change in terms of win rate or pressure? No, not. It's just like a certain responsibility, and you know, if you don't take trades for days, you're like, all right, well, there's a signal channel, and people are expecting trades, but then again, nothing really changed in terms of my trading. Like, I did have a rough 2 weeks in terms of like, you know, family shit and stuff like that, but in terms of trading, like I've set aside like separate time, right, for trading where like nothing else really is involved or matters or gets in the way. Oh, that was a 30 closure as well. Slow process. Yeah, I mean, trading is a lot of waiting. You really get paid to wait here. A lot of waiting. I think I'd be a lot more talkative if this was the New York session, right? Or the morning session. It's a wind down session for us, really. Can we break the 30 lows? Dems panic after Biden's performance. That's the headline right now. Democrats panicking after Biden's performance. Did anybody actually listen to it? I didn't get a chance to listen because we were yapping here. But anybody actually get it? We listened for a little bit, right? But is there substance? They need to have like a sports center for debates. Dun-dun-dun. How dope would that be? Sports center for debates? You guys would love that. You listened? No substance? You're a liar. No, you're a liar. Yeah, you know what? Like, you kind of imagine that's how it would have went, right? You're a liar. No, you're a liar. No, you're a liar. Do we break the low there or no? We need to break this low that we were talking about. Previous 30 low. Yeah, it did. It broke it right there. And it just broke it on the terminals. You'd figure this is some clean range to the left. Clean range to the left here. Right, 21 flat. Chat, I'm gonna close full here at BE. I just closed all my trades. And yeah, I just closed positions here. Because remember we said 21.3 area is the area I see bottom wicks to, and I don't want this bottom wick here, right here, and it drives straight up. That's what I'm really looking for. This could come down, right? This definitely has potential to come down, but the wicks reject harshly off this area. So like this has a chance to just pull up, and the 15 doesn't have a top wick, so that's why we closed. I mean, it's not really like, just don't panic, right? Don't panic. I know some people blew accounts, some people. Why so early? I just told you because we were looking. Remember, I said it when we were up here, 21.3. It's tough session. I don't think it's a tough session. Like technical analysis wise, we should come down. My issue, it's not tough. You're just reading candles, and the tough part is waiting. Yeah, holding and waiting. And when you're in drawdown, and like every thought in the world, when you're I was gonna say when you're a rookie, when you're new, every thought in the world, right, races through your mind. Oh shit, that's gonna drive all the way through. But the market's parabolic. Right? It comes up, comes down, grabs orders. Just be logical. Yeah, it is likelier for it to come down than to come up, but there are nuances that are like, all right, your break even, just, you know, call it here, because 15 doesn't have a top wick. Highly likely we make one, and as we saw in the higher time frame, 21.3 was the level where we could reject, and it's, look, 21.3 on the dot is where it's seeing some kind of play, right? It sees some kind of level. Does it mean it's going to reject? No. But if there's a chance of that, and the market gave us a chance to get out, right? Take advantage of it. Wait for the next higher quality setup, which would be a closure of this candle, right? This 15 closes, great. Because now you want the next 15 to give you a top wick. If the next 15 gives you that top wick, boom, then you could take your positions with confidence. But right now, we saw a rejection at this area and no top wick on the 15. So, yeah. TRADE FOREX not losing money is the biggest W in Forex. No, well, the biggest W is W's, but not losing money is equally important to the long term, right? You want to approach the next trade with the funds you have or more funds. You never want to approach the next trade with less funds than this trade. So chat, we sat through a couple of hours of drawdown. We learned a few valuable lessons, right? I mean, still pretty valuable stream, good stream, right? We saw that we didn't panic once price started driving above here. We know we're waiting for closures. This is the reason you wait for closures, right? Closures confirm that you're breaking out of the range. Never closed, never got that confirmation we're breaking out of the range. Held resistance. We had pineapples. We broke out of the high, bearish flip, came down. Yeah, it'd be great if we only had pineapples, only the pineapple position, but we would have sat on stream here for like 3 hours waiting for this. Probably wouldn't have happened. Never would have got to it. Honestly, I would rather experience what we did today. And if you're still holding, congrats. Might come down to the bottom of the range. But I would rather experience what we did today than not take a position at all. Just to be, keep it 100 with you. I would rather sit through the drawdown and experience it and feel the emotions of it and see and sample size what I would do in it in live markets and approach next, and I'll be more confident next time I go through this, right? And I've gone through these drawdowns so many times, and people are like, how are you confident in drawdown? Like, it's going against you. Because we've seen it so many times, right? And it's not a bad thing to sit through drawdown. It's great experience for your future trades. And like I said, I would rather done this than not get in a position and have no positions at all tonight. Yeah, we didn't make anything, but we've instilled more valuable lessons in it, or we've reinforced our plan within us. All right, could have held for an extra 5 pips, could get out here at 10 pips altogether, but with us calling 21.3 initially, that was the level I was sticking to according to my plan, and that's where we got out. Actually got out 21.5 because it pulled back up last second, but it's all right. 2 pips. Chat, yeah, I'm gonna call it a session here. If you guys are still holding, I mean, 23.17 looks solid. Once you tap 23.20, at the very least be break even, because, or 23.20, yeah, because those are decent rejection areas. But runners 23.17 if you get past this. Best debate session ever. Chat, congratulations for going through this with us tonight and getting that much better in trading. Drop a like before you dip. Sub to the channel. Go follow the Instagram. And I'll see you guys. Ooh, tomorrow. No, tomorrow. It's Friday, so I'll be on in the morning. We had some nice W's for news today. And I'll be on tomorrow 8 a.m. for the Signal channel. So anybody in the Signals, will look for positions 8 to 10 a.m. tomorrow. If you're in a clubhouse, I'll be talking in there Hopefully Javier comes back this week. We'll be more active in there as well. He's pretty active in there. What else? What else? What else? Make sure you're on. Yeah, tomorrow Don Vo's streaming the New York session. Everybody else, I'll see you guys on Monday. Monday is July 1st. So yeah, today is the last time we're seeing each other this first half of the year. First half of the year in the books. It was good. It was a really good first half. Heard it was quiet in there. I mean, I looked today, and yeah, people are messaging less, but I think you're the spark. We need you. You're the spark for the clubhouse. You provide the spark. It's true. Clubhouse, it's the Discord. So I know the link's not working right now. If somebody can, I'll post the link here. Wait, how are you? Wait, you're green. You should be. I mean, your name is green. You should have access. You should have received a link. But oh, you have it. There you go. Discord, Clubhouse. Anyway, so I'll see you guys in the Clubhouse tomorrow morning. Everybody else, if you're part of the Signals channel or if you're part of Wix's table, I'll see you guys on Sunday. We'll have our last session of this month on June 30th. Everybody else, I'll see you guys in July. All right, July 1st, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be right back in the swing of things. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Zoom gang, appreciate you guys for sticking around with me. And mods, as always, appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Fuck, we didn't choose a new mod today. I'm sorry. July. 1st of July, remind me. Fuck. Forgot. Nobody reminded me. Monday, yeah, remind me and we'll have new mods. Yeah, appreciate the well wishes for the Pops. Pops is back home, and things should be only getting better. All right, chat. I'm out. I'm out of here. You know me. I gotta go. I'm a cool ass introvert. We can chill for a little, but then you gotta go, and I gotta go. It's been fun. Chat, that's my time, and just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, everybody.